do it with intensity or not at all.
Welcome to the Intensity Podcast. I'm your host, Hans the Hammer Hartleben. Happy Labor Day, guys. We just finished up coming off a weekend. What did you end up doing? Did you do anything productive? Did you just go to have fun? Did you look at it like this is the last frickin' weekend of summer? So I'm doing nothing productive, just all fun. You do some drinking, did you? Spend time with the kids. I went boating one day, actually, only. Wanted to turn that into a whole weekend thing that didn't work out, but took my mom fishing, took the pups. It was a great time. Sandbar, whole deal. Used all the anchors. Super nice weekend. So glad to have you back. You know, I look at September 1st or the first Tuesday after Labor Day as school's back in for everybody. Time to buckle down and really get serious. It's not like you take the summer off by any means, but you just kind of stay afloat sometimes. And you use some time to reflect. And then September comes around, it's back to school, and you freaking kick ass again. Start implementing all those ideas you had. I like it. Couple months, just set back. Like I said, keep your emails tight. Everybody's getting a response, but nothing's really moving forward in an expedited fashion. No new ideas are implemented. September, it's back in. Heat is back on. Heat's off, but heat's on in business. Today, we're going to talk about first impressions. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. You know the deal. Why first impressions matter in business and life. And they're real. I just am seeing, how do I say this? Less importance with people and their impressions. I think people forgot. Do we stop teaching this? Do you have to teach something like that? Don't you get it when you meet somebody that's all sloppy and they burp? God, I just can't get this out of my mind. That one sales presentation. Guy kept burping. Oh, sorry, I just had lunch. Why? Why did you? That's how important this meeting was? Did you shove your mouth full of food right before you walked in the door? I don't eat. If I got something fucking going on that's important, man, the last thing I'm doing is putting ketchup on it. Not eating. I'm focused. Food bogs your ass right down too. Yawning, burping, farting. None of that shit exists in my world when there's something important coming up. A lot of studies have shown fasting too, you're more focused, quicker, organic thoughts. So there's that. But you'll never forget the way somebody made you feel when you first met them. Like the saying goes, you forget what they said, but not how you made them feel. How they made you feel. And feelings aren't wrong. I'm not going to try to get all fluffy on you. But if you felt this interaction went a certain way, and you felt that happened, it did happen. It might not have went the way they wanted it to, and that's not there wasn't their intentions, but it did happen to you. It felt that way, and feelings aren't wrong. You can't convince somebody, hey, not to feel that way. Don't feel that way. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be mad. I am mad. Well, don't be. Oh, okay. Just like telling somebody to smile. Hey, smile. Make me fucking smile. Do a little work on your end. It's not how life is. You got to earn it. You got to work for it. You got to work for the sale. You got to work for the smile sometimes. You should go about your life cycle just making people smile and laugh as a good human being. Not telling people to laugh, telling people to smile. How do you feel, first impression? Somebody walks up to you with a nice, crisp shirt. Eye contact. Funny. It's huge. Walking up to you, say you're 6, 7, even 10 feet away, walking up to you with their hand out, making strong eye contact. Body language is perfect. Nice, firm handshake. How does that make you feel? How do you perceive that person? Matters, doesn't it? Think about it. I bet you're visualizing some of this stuff right now. And I'm going to keep beating this drum, there is nothing worse than walking into a building and the first person that's there, that works there or a part of the staff doesn't look at you. They have their back turned or whatever else. It's such a shitty feeling. I can't even express it enough to you. And how much it matters. You don't think it matters? You walk into a restaurant and their back's turned. And you stand there for like 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4 potato, 5. Then they kind of half turn. They're a little annoyed. They grab their paperwork, their menus. Come with me. It's the worst. It's not just restaurants, it's everywhere. Somebody walks in your house, that's how you treat them? How would you treat somebody if they walked into your house? I mean, if they didn't have a ski mask on. Probably not as nice to them if they have a ski mask on, I'm guessing. I don't know. Now you smile. Say hi. We talked about this too. It's just gestures, the body language. If you're across the room and you have a business and people are walking in, you can still give a wave, a point, a smile, while you're still maintaining a conversation. Well, I didn't say hi to them because I was talking to them. Why the fuck are you talking to them then? You have to be polite and respectful for your new guests walking in. Shame on you for getting consumed in somebody else's stupid shit. Yes, they're important. Say hi, catch them up to speed, whatever. Don't drop your guard on the other folks. It's just simple shit. 101. Business 101. Impressions 101. I instantly don't like that person. I walk in and if they're not looking, they don't make a conscious effort to turn around. They keep filing papers or drawers or whatever they're doing. What do you think? And you say, well, I just don't see it that important. I bet you're not that successful, though. At whatever you're doing in life. I would have to say you're not in sales, first of all. When we talk about sales, we talk about helping people. Well, I'm not in sales. Do you help people? Do you like helping people, folks? Solving problems? That's what sales is, solving problems. So think about those first impressions. Hopefully after this, we have a clear idea of do's and don'ts when it comes to first impressions. Why first impressions matter? Because there is a scientific system, psychological movement that's happening with first impressions. I have that. Look that up a little bit, how that works. Primacy effect and the halo effect. I'm reading this. When meeting someone, the information presented first has a stronger impact on forming an impression, as people remember the initial details more clearly than later information. So I would say that's 10-1, that ratio. That first second, that first impression outweighs the rest of it 10-1. That's what this is saying, primacy effect. Then you have the halo effect. If the initial impression is positive, the halo effect causes a positive overall judgment of the person, even if their later behavior or qualifications are mediocre. There you go. There it is. You could be a shitbox later. Burp and yawn later. Not right when you meet them. I'm here to help you guys. This is the Intensity Podcast. This podcast is about leveling up. I always hope, it's my job to do it, give you 1 to 2 things that you take away from this every episode. So the halo effect. Again, if the initial presentation is positive, the halo effect causes a positive overall judgment of the person, even if their later behavior or qualifications are mediocre. You got to hit them hard right away. Nice, clean, crisp shirt, shoes, eye contact, body language, moving forward, and a handshake or a high five. No rules on this, as long as you get it done. The really important people sometimes, or not, I wouldn't say they're more important, but people I endure a little more maybe. Shake it with both hands. Bring the other hand in there and squeeze. That's like funeral stuff. Extra love. I want them to feel extra emotion. Words aren't enough. Body language. What about eating? We do a lot of trainings and initial interactions and meeting people in the lobby type of thing, interviews. Building rapport. People are eating. How do you feel if somebody has a little bag of peanuts and they're eating them in front of you while you're trying to teach them something? Not after 10 hours and they ask, hey, I'm starving. Do you mind if I throw a few of these back? But no, they casually, nonchalantly, in your first interaction, grab a fucking bag of Gardettos? That's the level of starvation they're at? The first couple minutes of their career with you, they're looking for the fucking garlic bread Gardetto. At least they should be. If you're going to eat Gardettos, get the good stuff right away. It's just mind-boggling. It's disrespectful. If you are in the business of sales and first impressions, that is a very disrespectful thing to do, is eat. And people come in with their coffee. I always got to be doing something. Type A personality. I got to move. If it's a glass of water, doesn't matter what it is. It's going down the hatch quick. Milk, beer, vodka, goes down quick. Got to be moving. What do you think about that? Is that disrespectful? Is that a bad first impression walking in? It can be, definitely. A can of Monster Rehab is not always. I read the room though. I know my audience. If I have a brand new sales presentation or a meeting with a new prospective franchisee, I'm not walking in with a can of Monster. Simple. Not black and white. There's no black and whites in this. You read the room. It's about judgment. How's your judgment? Doing a lot of dumb things? And no one says it, though. That's what this show's for. I'm here to tell you that's stupid. Because no one else is going to. And you're going to go throughout life being an asshole. Not getting sales, not getting numbers, and failing. Wondering where your mortgage payment or your rent payment's coming from. Why you can't have the nicer vehicle. I'm here to help you with that. That's why I had the show published. What's this? The ripple effect. Poor versus strong impressions open or close doors. People, I meet people right away if they do some of the shit that we talked about negatively, the door's closed. I'm going to be really nice to you, though. I'm going to be so nice. I'm going to sell you on why I'm not going to buy from you. Is that the right way to say that? No. You're never going to know why I don't buy from you. I'm going to sell you on the fact that you're a fucking genius and I love you to death because that's polite. I'm a kind person. Every salesperson that walks through the door, I'm not going to eat them up. Well, yeah, you did this, you did that wrong, you did that. I'm not that type of person. So I have the podcast instead. I hope you're listening. I had these two salesmen come in. This is nuts. At our old place, our old headquarters. Two guys walk in. I'm knee deep into work, like always though. But this was really I had a project going on. I go meet them in the lobby. Hey guys, how you doing? Handshake. How can I help you? Hey, just wondering, what you have for insurance, and my blah 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 blah. And I hear them out. Talk. I'm just standing there. Yeah, okay. Turns out it's like this short-term medical stuff, like Aflac. We're covered. We're covered with that. I mean, I definitely see a value in offering short-term medical or having short-term medical disability, stuff like that. And what that is if you can have life insurance, but life insurance doesn't pay your bills. So if you're injured at some point and you have a hospital visit, your medical program, your health insurance will pay that, but then what about your car payment? Where the short-term disability program will step in and give you like stipends. They'll give you, they'll fund you while you're hurt. So you could pay your bills, right? It makes sense. Because otherwise you're just getting your medical bills paid. Where's your income coming from if you can't work, okay? So that's what these guys are doing. And they're going door to door. I love it. Great. Listen to the whole thing, his pitch, 10 minutes. That's a long time to sit there and listen to somebody's pitch, 10 minutes. Thanks, but we have that covered. I'm good. I'm happy. Yeah, but then he starts being a little abrasive, combative. Yeah, but what about this? You don't have this. And yeah, I do. And then now I'm back and forth, long story short, back and forth, where it's an argument. Salesman came in. You think you're going to argue with me? And I'm going to all of a sudden throw in the towel. Yep, I'm buying your policies. You're right. After we argued for 15 minutes, I really like you now. You talked me right into it. I had to say, get the fuck out of here. I swear to God, I had to use those words. And they didn't leave. 2 of them. So I said, I'm going to get you out of here. I'm going to move you. And they went outside and they proceeded to, I was ready to throw down. I was more than ready. Let's put it that way. I kind of chased the one guy around the car. They were talking shit the whole time. I'm thinking, what in the fuck are you guys doing? And I guarantee you that was maybe 2 years ago? I guarantee you the one guy does not do that job anymore. What does that mean? He failed? He failed. He didn't get a better job. He's not even in the industry because he's broke. He had to move on. He had to get a factory job. Because there's no way in hell this guy. First of all, he's just an unlikable asshole. Imagine how good you got to be an unlikable asshole and still get sales. Imagine how great your pitch has got to be. Because you can still do it. Look at me. I still get it done. Everything else has got to be fantastic, though. Lights out. So the do's of a first impression. Sharp dress. We touched it. Appearance. Clean. Aligned with your brand. So that's a big one, too. Your appearance has to align with your brand, whatever that may be. So if you're a fitness person, you shouldn't be probably wearing a 3-piece suit. But you can look sharp being a fitness person. Picturing a collared shirt, belt, nice coaching pants, something that you could move in, nice new shoes. Even you can wear shorts, look good. Socks, nice. Little logo on them. Branding's huge to me. If somebody is not wearing enough or presenting enough branding to me, I feel like they're not all in. Don't you? Don't you feel like they're just kind of half? They're not as committed? Don't you like to buy from committed folks? All into their brand? Were they invested? I like to see people investing in themselves. Wow, look at all their stuff. They got the logo on their socks, their hat, embroidery on their shirt. I want to buy from those people, whatever it may be. Epoxy floor for the garage. Guy comes over, polo shirt, embroidered, hat, matching hat. I like it. Versus the other dipshit who's doing this on the side. Can't fucking text message for shit. Talks like a turd. Who are you going to buy from? We get a little more aggressive as we get into September here, and we're back to work, we're back to school. We're going to step it up. Body language. Stand tall, eye contact, touched it, firm handshake. I already talked about this. Energy, smile, be enthusiastic without overdoing it. That's a good one. Nobody likes that. That's probably the worst. Overdoing the enthusiasm? Well, then it's fake. There's nothing worse than fake enthusiasm, right? Smell that out a mile away. That's easy stuff. We have a saying, don't give anybody a high five unless you mean it. That's fair, right? Don't come over to me with some fake shit and lackadaisical, unsure. Give it to me and demand it. Or you don't get it. Preparation. Know the names, background, and context. Gosh, I have a lot of calls, meetings. I'm so impressed still when someone has done their research. They've looked at our franchise disclosure document. They've went to our website and saw our locations. They name a few. They bring up, the guy last week brought up our item 19 and our FDD, financial performance representations. That's important. That was impressive. Now I'm not just impressed, but I think that guy's serious about working with us. I want to do business with people who are serious about helping us. Authenticity. Be real. Avoid fake vibes. Here's the don'ts. That was kind of a don't, I thought, but sloppiness, poor grooming, wrinkled clothes, low energy, weak handshake, lack eye contact, negativity, complaining. How many people, oh my God, their first impression and they complain to you? I mean, gas station workers, you got to let them off the hook. How you doing today? Tired. Can't wait to get out of here. I'm leaving in an hour. I can't wait. Wow. Oh, that's impressive. Do you like them more because of that? I guess if you're a chronic complainer, you're attracted to other complainers. So you think that's nice. You feel at home. Misery loves company. Checking your phone mid-conversation. That's happening. I'm glad I'm glad to talk about that. Job interview. Serious meeting. There's different levels of meetings. If it's somebody you meet with every day and you feel very comfortable with, you guys can sit and pull out your phones all day long and still keep a conversation. Friend of yours, no problem. But what about a very serious, important meeting? Initial meeting. I just had one the other day. Guy pulls out his phone, and I got to sit and wait. Did you need to take that? Oh, no. Yeah, well, let's see. He's reading the fucking thing. If it's important, say, excuse me, I got to take this, or let me read this for a second. This might be something. Nope, nothing. Boom, sorry, go on. People wonder why they're broke. They really... Oh, it's always somebody else's fault, too. Oh, it's your fault. It's your fault you suck. I'm helping you. This is called tough love. Admit mistakes quickly. So now we're on to recovering from a bad first impression. So let's try to, you already screwed your impression up. Now you got to try to recover. What do? Admit fault. Quickly. Try to clean the slate. Clean it up. Show consistency and prove yourself over time. Now it's going to take some time. Because remember that 10-to-1 ratio? That's going to be tough now. Now that the rest of that duration has got to be completely clean. And then maybe you have something. Use more follow-ups, emails, second meetings to reset the narrative. Apologize. You want to start over quick with somebody? There's no faster reset than look them in the eye and apologize to them. I'm sorry, can we start over? Common sense stuff, though. Really easy. Read the room. Not everybody can do that. You can tell people, read the room. That goes back to awareness. Can you teach awareness? I've been talking about this in podcasts and videos for 20 years. We're trying. I'll tell you right now, we are trying to teach awareness. So we bring it up all the time. Most of the time, I will tell you that people don't get it. They will just laugh. There are some of our folks that you could drive an army tank into the building and they won't notice. They would have no clue. All right, we're going to plug our sponsor. We got a hell of a sponsor. Rehab Supplements Lab. Unlocking human potential. Specializing in cutting edge and sophisticated health supplements. Have you been to rehabsubs.com? If not, what are you waiting for? I'm telling you things. Did I lie to you today in this podcast? Everything I gave you were facts and truths, right? Go to rehabsubs.com. We want you to live long, but we want you to live strong. Live long, live strong. Rehabsubs.com. All right, guys, I think that gave you enough for one episode here. I had a lot of fun. I'm always having fun connecting with you guys. Our audience is still growing. We got Asia now, and I don't have exactly where in Asia. I just looked at the stats. Europe is hiking up. So we added Asia, though. That's a big one. Yeah, we won't get into too much with the demographics, but if you liked this episode, you got something out of it, would you share it and would you give it a rating on Spotify or Apple? Share the show. And let's help us launch this thing. You're a part of the growth. You're on the launch pad. And you're part of the Intensity Podcast. All right, everybody. Do it with intensity or not at all. Out.